Hello, Gary Crowley here with DoItYourselfJointPainRelief.com, and we are on step 1 of thumb joint pain relief. And the first thing we're going to do to fix your thumb is we're going to make sure the actual thumb knuckles, just to keep it simple, are working properly. This is especially important if you jammed your thumb or injured your thumb, if you were winning the Weekend Warrior World Series and dove for a ball and really jammed the joint itself. Sometimes they heal and all the tendinous tissue is still a little tight and doesn't want to let go. So we just want to do some press hold move on any tender spots. So if it's tender basically here, if it's tender on the joint, hold where it's tender, press hold move. You can do some press pull release on that as well. You want to move the joint if you feel restricted, say there. If there's some restriction where this just won't bend, you can get in there. You can do some press hold move. You can do some press pull release. This can be painful because you're kind of right on the bone, but basically you want to investigate and find any tension and press on those where there's tension. It'll tend to be tender, and make that joint function. And take your time, it'll let go, and you can do this knuckle if the pain is really back here. You can, if it's tender there, or if you're going to bend your thumb and it's really restricted there, you can press there, make it move. That's a press hold move. You can press pull release by pressing on the tissue and working with it like it's kind of clay, and it will let go. As much as even down to here, if it's, again, if you jammed this joint, especially down here, if there's kind of some trauma in there, you can feel where it's tender. You can feel where it's tender and make that move. I'm right kind of on this bottom part of your thumb, but basically where it's tender, press hold move, press pull release, and that's step 1A for fixing your thumb joint pain. Step 1B, we want to release all these muscles in your palm that actually make your thumb function. So sometimes from being on a computer way too much, from driving way too much, these muscles that make your thumb do all the amazing things it does, they can get tight. So you want to feel around in here, especially, sneak along the bone here. Feel all these little muscles that do all sorts of wonderful things for us. That's what makes us who we are, our opposable thumb. So you press in here, find a tender spot, make it move, press hold move, or I like a little press pull release. You get all your fingers in there, get some good press pull release on that. That's actually a pretty good little angle to get in there. You can also take your thumb with your fingers on the other side, press in that palm, make it function, make it move, and it will eventually let go. But all in here. Then you want to come back here, basically in this web, and again, you kind of want to grab it from both sides. You don't need to torture yourself, but make it move, make it function, make that tissue work, and any tender spots you find, it will let go. And you'll kind of I kind of got a tender spot here and a little different one here, and I'm just making that muscle work. Then step 1C, I won't run back there, we're going to release the muscles basically in your forearm. Let me see how I can show you this. So if you sit with your hand on your lap like this, with your thumb facing upward, this bone, basically on either side of this bone are all these wonderful muscles in your forearm that allow your thumb to basically extend and abduct, but basically move your thumb up and down is what they do. So you want to take your thumb on this side, raise and lower it, and feel for those muscles that allow it to do that, and they will eventually let go. Now there's a big one in here, I don't want to forget, I'm sorry, that does that. So you want to move your thumb like that and feel for that big muscle. It's kind of deep, But just make sure that's not too tight. And if that's not the motion that really hurts, then don't worry about it too much. But any of these motions that really hurt to move your thumb, those are you want to find those muscles and make them release. Try not to move your other fingers because it'll confuse what you're doing here. But again, I'm just on this bone on either side, and then I'm going to come to this other side. I'm going to raise and lower my thumb while I dig my fingers in there. So I'm basically doing press, hold, move. But they're along here. They work. And if they're tight, sometimes you can't raise your thumb, and you release them, suddenly that muscle kicks back on. So basically release your thumb joints, any tension in here, press, hold, move, press, pull, release. The muscles in the palm of your hand that move your thumb, press, hold, move, or press, pull, release. And then the muscles basically along your radius, this forearm bone that connects basically to your thumb. On both sides of that, probably thumb on this side, fingertips on this side, probably the easiest. And you can find what muscles are doing that by basically moving your thumb and feeling in here, and then you just apply the pressure to do the press, hold, move. So that is step 1 of thumb joint pain relief. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing how it goes. Thanks.